Okay. Let's see. How do I check the go live thing? Stanley. Oh yeah. Okay. Parable. Alright, I'm just gonna basically restart the stream again, but hopefully this time it's not. It works properly. Stanley Parable. Sorry, I'm just writing stuff. The settings on the live stream. It's so weird that this part gets saved. I don't like that it does that. Thumbnail, sure. Yeah. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There it is. And make it public. Let's see, is it good now? Hopefully all the settings are good now. Oh yeah, so I'm playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's kind of like a half test stream, half just playing the game because it's fun. And I'm just gonna one more time gonna check that it's working. Yep. All right. Yeah. So I'm playing this game. I tried to stream this bit before, but I think it was all buggy and stuff. Hopefully, I'm now streaming through like a different software, so hopefully it's fine now. Yeah, this game means a lot to me because this game means like a lot because I've been looking forward to it ever since they announced it. And
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The original game was the first Let's Play I ever watched, so it means a lot to me. And I hope this sounds alright. I hope it sounds decent enough that it's working properly. Anyway, I'm just going to play the game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, right. I'll do that.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I wonder whose job it is just to like write this stuff on like whiteboard and stuff. It's kind of interesting. Yo, broom closet, my man. Bro,
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Come on, let me do.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason
Yeah.
to still be here.
I guess not, but I don't know. Pretty interesting broom closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Yeah.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least
doing
if there was
stuff.
something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
No, I'm running back and forth. Not doing nothing.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
No, I'm
Why?
running.
Please
back and
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I know what happens, because I know the game, silly. I know if I just stay here long
You
enough.
do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yeah,
If
there
I'd
is.
said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
It
Maybe
is.
when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
No, that's my favorite ending. Broom closet ending.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yeah, let's go. Stanley the
Well,
King.
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Yeah.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I think that might be it, but I don't remember. So far in this live stream, I've been in this closet for like maybe 7 minutes. No, I don't think he's gonna come. I don't think he's saying anything else. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So red. Alright, I'll go up. There we go. Oh. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Yeah, I guess. Window's a bit crap. Alright. Oh, what's this? Oh, poor panda. Oh. Where's this guy? I don't think I remember this. I don't know if this is the way you could actually go. Is that the narrator sing along too? That is him doing that. Long elevator ride. Oh, neat. Didn't go anywhere. Alright. What if I go down? No, I don't want... This elevator doesn't go anywhere.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
What was it? 2425? Is that what you said? Shit, what'd he say?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Guess I'll do that. Weird. Oh. It's kind of ominous.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
This game got like
question would not go unanswered for
delayed
long.
a lot, didn't it? So there should be like new stuff, right?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Nah, I want to get out. I don't like it here.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Violent death. Jeez.
The door
Yeah,
behind him was
still
not
walking
shut.
forward.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
And yet,
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
yeah, I guess so. Wow. It's kind of whatever. Where am I?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected
crap.
that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Oh shit. Okay, no.
Farewell,
Please.
Stanley.
No, no. Come on. No.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated
remember this at
as the
all.
machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh. On the tick. Still moving. That's good.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Weird. I don't know. This is interesting.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
It's a bit depressing. 2 doors. Filing cabinets. Corridor. Alright. Nice job, crows. Warzone. Design an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would be sentient and world would wage war against the narrator. Shortly after starting the build, that it was far too jokey on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. That's a shame. That would have been pretty cool. I haven't seen. Actually, I don't think I've seen that. Oh yeah, in 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. These are the screenshots of the videos we made for the announcement and the game's delay. Yeah, I remember. Lounge. What was that? Apartment timer. This is so bizarre. What is this? Narrator emails. Will the Stanley Parable have infinite quests? How many endings? With the Oh, okay. How do you make a JRPG? Will you make the worst game ever? Are these real? After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. Well, we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials. We never found the perfect use for him. Hero selection. Oh, so these are real. Are you a rock? Okay. Show me another one. Weird. So I guess it's just stuff that always happens in the game. Stanley's office. Game design mock-up. Freedom ending. Well, that's a spoiler. Countdown room. All of it's so strange.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Ooh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Like
No,
Batman.
perhaps not.
Joker?
Sometimes
No?
these things cannot be seen.
Oh. No, no,
Listen to
don't.
me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
What it...
Turn off your Xbox. There's no other
No.
way to beat this
My
game.
Xbox? How do you know I'm playing on
As long as you move
Xbox?
forward, you'll be walking someone
Turn off
else's
your
path.
Xbox.
Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
I'll let it happen.
Don't let
That was pretty violent. That was like a Metal Gear Solid thing. Turn off the Xbox. I wonder if it's specific for every... It must be. So it's like, turn off the PlayStation.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how
You
hard
can...
Stanley
Oh,
looked,
here we go.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, you can go out the window. I remember this was a thing.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken
Yeah.
the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a
It's
minute
pretty cool.
just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
A little bit. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of
Yeah, I
these
suppose
points
so.
and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Okay.
There once was a man named Stanley,
Stanley.
who people considered so manly.
Oh, that's nice.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
I don't know what that
What
means.
Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
That was alright. No, it keeps going. Oh. I can look up and... I'm stuck very close there. think I might restart. Okay, yeah. Come on. That's right. I think. No.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. Here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? No longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. It always just quits so quickly. Alright. Well, that was fun.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stan decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps it's simply missed a memo.
New content. Yo, let's go. Okay. New content.
New content?
Yeah.
What does that mean? New content.
Let's go. New content. I don't know. Show me the new content. Ooh. This is completely new. I don't remember there being a new content door. What's happening?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Nice.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yeah.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Mm-hmm.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay. So what's the new content?
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Ultra Deluxe content too.
Okay,
Let's do
so
it.
far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content.
Yes,
I've
new
never
content.
been more ready. Let's do it.
Yes, new content. Let's go. I'm excited. Show me the new content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Give me the content. Yeah, show me the content. Where is it? Oh.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
All right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. This is some pretty crazy content. All right, let's go. Jump circle. That was so cool. All right.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to
No,
be something else, right?
Yeah, there'll be more. There'll be more content.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I'm optimistic.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
Yeah, of course.
Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I'm ready. This is cool. Just say. Oh.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department?
I'm actually gonna check. It does say that. You're right. You're right. That is real.
Signed off on this. I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Elon's Twitter
It's
now.
my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
No,
I could never have lived up to
fun.
such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable
that new
is
content
really
was
about.
pretty fun.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Hello, Higgy.
What do you say, friend?
Yeah, that was pretty good content. I'm glad. I'm very glad they delayed the game. What was it? 3 years. I think that was worth it. Oh shit! Never mind. What is this? This is also different. What is? Huh. Mr. Narrator, why? This is different now. Strange.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
What if... Oh, I'm thinking about it. Okay, yeah, I'm going through the vent. This is cool. What's in the vent? Where are you? Where's it? What's that? Coffee nut. Nice. Oh. What's in the... What's in the vent? Ooh.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
No,
Well, it got me thinking about
cool.
the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Ooh.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh, I'm excited. Thank you, narrator. Ooh, what is... Yo... Medieval? Oh,
I
cool.
call it the Memory Zone. It's where
Memory
I've been
Zone.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life
Wow.
whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Yeah. Alright. This is kind of cool. Memory Zone. Let's go. Let's do it.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap Xbox port?
No, it's
Remember
not cheap.
back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
I don't remember that room. Yeah. 2013. What else came out in 2013? National Geographic. Let's go. Time Magazine. Very cool. It's just scripts for the game. Third one. Memory Zone. Yeah, I'm in the Memory Zone right now. Wow. On Firefox. What's this? Oh, is this like an award they won? British Academy of Film and Television Arts. Stanley. Oh. The Last of Us. Audience Award, the Stanley Parable. That's good. They won that one. Oh, Collector's Edition. Fun. Good times. Yeah. I mean, I didn't play it. I didn't personally play it, but... Smile because it happened. Yeah. Memory Lane. Music. Dollar Bill for some reason. Yeah, that's right. There was a... Can I play it? No. That's right. There's also a demo that was like also completely different from the actual game, kind of. Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. Nice. Go outside. Yeah. That's right. Don't play the game. Yep, nominated. Very cool. Nice. New video game releasing today. The New York Times. Ah. Business leaders pushing elections. Creator surprisingly down to earth. Very cool. What's this? Los Angeles. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that ending as well. I don't remember how you got to that at all. What's this? Loving memory, Little Stanley. Oh, that's kind of cute.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, seul sur l'abri de l'eau, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour. C'est là, dans la mémorisation, où je me remémore
And over
les
here
jours.
is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Whoa.
James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created.
That's
it was
nuts.
Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
No,
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
No,
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
No, don't be like that. That's really funny. Give a game a 10 out of 10 that ends up in the game. IGF. Packs. Pretty cool. What else we got? Let's begin again. Just tell me about it. The original remake. Who are these? What's that? Are these the narrators? Is that what they look like? What is this? This coding? What is that? Okay. Memory zone maintenance. Okay. Let's continue. The original remake. I don't know what that means. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything, literally anything.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Wow.
The Stanley Parable
9
is
out of 10,
both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Yeah.
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the Xbox. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Let's go. 9 out of 10. It's a pretty good review. What is this? Preparing. I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, blue door, red door. Can I open this? No. Yeah, the deluxe thing. Very. Oh, wait. So, where do I go? The serious room. That's right. If you, that's so cool that they put that in. If you like hack the game or something, and the game realize you're hacking it, they put you in the serious room. It's pretty funny. Alright, why is...
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Yeah, me too. It was pretty special. Watching, you know, the game go for the first time is pretty... Oh, yeah, we can go here.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Oh.
What's this? What's down here?
More content, maybe. Oh. Ooh.
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games.
Uh-oh.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
They give the game a bad review.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Uh-oh. Oh, no, this is like the bad zone of bad reviews. No!
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Shit.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could
was
write
gonna
up a
fall on
handful
me.
of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Yeah. I understand that. This is so weird. Did this path like open up quicker because I said I played the... Because at the start of the game it asked if I had played it before, like the old one, and I said yes because I know everything about that game. So maybe... Oh, more what's this? Oh no, just more negative ones. Oh, pressurized gas, right, steam. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Okay.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No,
You
not
can
at
tell
all.
me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Dude, you're not, don't worry.
This is actually quite shocking for
You're not
me.
preachy.
I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
I don't know
You
what that
can't know
means.
how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
No, I think it's good. I love original Stanley Parable game. What's this one say?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh,
A skip button?
that's pretty
Well,
harsh.
well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
I agree.
I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant...
Oh.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very brief. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
But that's the power of the button. The
Yeah,
minute I
pretty handy,
start to go
actually.
off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works.
How come they're not allowed to say Steam?
Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
You're making that.
Although I have to imagine...
No. Yeah.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I
Welcome.
should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Oh,
It's
wow.
not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
All right.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
I don't know.
Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yeah, it's not there
I
anymore.
do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
Yeah,
How
it's right here.
else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there
try.
any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking
Trying.
you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door.
Okay.
I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here.
maybe.
Wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes. Good. I'll be right back.
I don't know how long I'm gonna wait. Because I'm sure, like, I don't know, like a week or a year is gonna go past or something. I'm pressing it. Sorry.
Stanley! Stanley!
Sorry, I was-
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been
12
12
hours.
hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. Oh, Stanley.
Oh,
you're
shit.
Back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been
So
sitting here
dark.
all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the
Fair
outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe,
Okay.
Stanley, maybe,
I understand
if you
that.
can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
Whoa,
Maybe
let's not go that
I'm not
far.
just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in
Yeah.
those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my...
Whatever. That's too much.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been
Yeah.
through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever
A
sat
year?
down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
Don't care. Oh no. Oh no. He's not here, is he? Hello? Sorry. That was 1 year? What was this, like? Hello, narrator? The clock's on the ground. It's not working anymore. This beeping's annoying though.
But they didn't understand
Oh.
the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where
You're
are
back.
the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment
Right,
of
so it's
others.
been
But
like
of course, absolutely anyone
1,000
can leave a
years,
review. So
and
here's
he's
what
still
we get.
angry
We get
about
these demands that seek
Steam
everything and are
reviews.
accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, "Oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place," while the narrator sits there.
So, what was that? I heard a sound. What is it? Am I stuck here like forever?
The end is never the
Oh.
end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the
Relax.
end, is never the 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 end, is never the
Okay.
end, is never the 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 end, is
I'm
never.
gonna. Oh, I thought there was a person chasing me or something. I don't know what. I'm expecting something to just jump at me. How long am I gonna be in this room? Oh! What? Oh. Oh, uh-oh. I'm gonna this gun. Oh, that's kind of nice. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm a fan of dystopian like overgrown futures. He's gonna go like wider. Oh. Something went wrong. I don't like this. This is kind of scary. I'm moving. Oh. Oh, can I actually leave? I don't think I can actually press it again. Oh no. Where did I guess it's been a long time, huh? I don't know. Because the memory zone's not here anymore. Looks out in the distance. Can't quite make out what that is. Oh. Now we're back. Jeez. That was a bit crazy. A bit long.
Stanley had never seen the office
Oh.
this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He
That's
hoped
different.
it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Oh, yo, new content. That's a cool sign. I've got a neon sign that I never used that I bought for too much money. Let's go. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Yes. Show me. Give me the new content. Is it like jumping, but there's like a rope now? That'd be pretty cool. It's kind of a very funny way to do it there, to specifically point you into where the new stuff is. Alright.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable.
Yo, let's go! Yeah, Stanley Parable 2. Yeah, let's go! Whoa.
Yes, you see? Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yeah. Is that real? Are you actually making a new one, or is that like a joke? You can never tell. It's probably a joke, but a second game would be pretty cool. The end is never end again.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
So right. Content. Open wide. Look at the content. More TSP, I don't know what that means. Win-win. Mindshare, paragraph. What is it? Paradigm. Brick and mortar approach. The color red. Leverage. Hostilic value. 1, 2. Stanley Parable 2. Stanley Parable 2. These are cool posters. Oh, neat. Can I... Oh. It's just Stanley Parable 2 in different text. Thanks for attending my meeting. Oh, it's like my laptop. Hold on, wait. They're back. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. That's right. That's from something, isn't it? That's a reference. Old and busted, new hotness. Boring sections of the chart. Cool red section of the chart. Yeah. I agree.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
That's kind of creepy. Scrum, design pitch, break, pitch design. I mean, I'd play a Stanley Parable 2. I know this is fake, but I would. Oh, nice. A little crow in the back. Valued investors. Whoa, new content. All about the new content bus. New features. It's a red carpet. That's pretty cool. They put a lot of... Whoa! Whoa! That's pretty cool.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay. Merch, yeah, of course. If you're making a franchise, gotta sell merch. Reassurance bucket. The button that says... Okay. I wonder if this actually works. Here, your name in the game. What is this room? Epilogue. Oh. Please no screenshots. Bonk. Whole new office. Red is the new orange. So many rooms. Okay, I want to see if this works.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I
don't want the
asked
door to
myself,
close.
what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Yeah, do
Isn't
it.
that wonderful?
Or is it going to be just Stanley? Okay. I'm excited.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Of
Here,
course.
let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay,
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I'm a person
I
named
want
Jim.
you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Yeah.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yeah, I feel it.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Okay, my name's Jim. My name's Jim.
Jim.
Whoa! What?
Yes!
You said my name!
What a thrill! What a rush!
That's crazy.
That was you! The button
That was my
described
name.
You. Do it again. Do it again.
Yes, I'm doing it again.
Jim.
Yo!
It hits even harder the second time.
That was
if
crazy.
This were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, oh yeah, okay, cool. That would be pretty exciting. I get the joke they're making about like betas, game betas, and how they pretend they have features that don't exist.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Jim in the game. What's his epilogue?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Yeah.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh yeah, because the end is never the end, right? Free and oh, nice statue. Yes, I want the free and easy achievement. I want to go to the reassurance bucket too. There's so much stuff. Collectibles? Okay. Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Let's go. Whoa, that's cool. I must have Stanley figurine. Yes. Oh wow. Cool. Do I just go again? No, I have to leave.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely
I hate
tragic.
that. Hate that. Hate when games do that. Okay. Yes, the jump circle's back.
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's oh wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Can't do it. Oh, that's a shame. I don't want to miss anything. I want to do all of this stuff. The reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Okay.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
I love bucket.
And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
Try.
I love the bucket.
Can you feel it?
Oh.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket
nice
lends
bucket.
you an air of charisma as well?
Oh, thank you.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Yes, let's go.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they?
Yeah, I love this bucket.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I guess I'll put it back. Or I won't. I'll carry it forever. I have to keep carrying.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I agree, actually. I wanted to go see. Yeah, give me the easy achievement, I reckon. Give me the achievement. Pull the lever, receive your achievement. Wow.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes.
Wow.
You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified.
Oh.
This is technology that will exist.
No.
Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Oh man, I wanted the achievement. Oh, wait. Is it? Pull me, please. Oh, come on. Dang. Is it? Oh, I wanted to get the... Oh well. I guess it'll be in Stanley Parable 2, so that doesn't matter. I can enjoy that some other time.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Don't know. Haven't been in here.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. but I'm undecided on get well someday and happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday. Oh.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get
Yeah.
well someday it is.
Oh. Alright.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Alright, show me the bottomless pit. That sounded fun.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more
Wow.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Whee.
Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the
Oh,
top,
lovely.
and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I'm just trying one more time.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again?
I don't know.
What else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about...
Oh.
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was
Yeah.
plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we
I
both
dropped
said
this
some
bucket? I
things
don't
we
want it
didn't
anymore.
mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you,
Yeah,
then
it's
go
fine.
ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Alright, I'm sure there's something that if you like just stay there, but I'm sure there's some crazy ending or something, but I want to see the rest of this exhibit. I want to see what's going on. Okay, so what haven't I seen? I've been up here, but is this like closed off? Yeah. Yeah, it is, okay. Yeah, it is. I haven't even been this way. Oh, exit. No, I don't want to go to the exit yet. This. I think I saw something else. Upstairs, maybe. Hey, put the bucket away. I don't want the bucket anymore. Okay, so if I go through here. And maybe if I go up this way. Settings World Champion. Okay. Oh. Dang. Alright. So I guess there's not much left to do. Except, go to the exit. Yeah, I think I've seen everything. Where was the exit again? Up this way. Jump circle, achievement, button, office, collectibles, hole. Yep. I think I've seen it all. Ooh, pretty cool.
All right.
Places.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty cool too. Neat. Ooh, what's this?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I do.
Yes, I
do.
know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, there's
bit all over the
potential here,
place.
right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Okay.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Uh-oh.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
It's a bit
This
weird.
isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
You can.
I wanted
I
fans
reckon
to
you could.
love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With
Yeah.
respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Whoa! Let's... Whoa, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm taking a screenshot. That is really cool. Settings. Cool. I'm gonna begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I won't skip.
Stanley worked for a
oh,
company
balloons,
in a big
yes.
building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on
So
his
the
desk,
only thing that's
telling
different is
him
that there's
what buttons
balloons.
to push,
It's pretty
how
funny.
long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day,
I love
every
Stanley
month
Parable
of
game.
every year. And
So
although others
silly.
might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Yo, Stanley
Something
Parable
that would
2.
forever change Stanley.
Wow.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to
Yeah.
give him instructions,
Get well
call a
someday.
meeting, or even say hi.
That's really funny.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid,
What's gonna happen this
Stanley
time?
found himself unable to
Go
move
around.
for the longest time.
Go around
But
the
as he
bend
came
again.
to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
You really do have to love how self-aware this whole thing is.
All of
Here's
his
the balloons.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Well, someday.
Stanley decided to go to the
This-
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Oh, yes, the bucket! The make me feel better bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yeah, I did. I picked up the bucket. Oh, the content door's gone. New content door's not there anymore.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that. I wish I could put the bucket down after picking it up there.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps
yeah.
his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Maybe. Room closet?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Whoa,
You
yeah,
can feel
yeah, yeah.
that, can't you?
Yes.
The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
It probably does.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know
won't.
how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right
So
now, but you have to be
ridiculous.
strong. This is your
I
bucket.
will.
This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no.
No, I won't.
We're
I
getting
won't.
into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order
Fuck
to
this
get you to
broom
hand
closet.
over the bucket?
I would not
Stanley,
hand over the
I
bucket.
never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting
We
friends.
are. What?
That
We
your
are
relationship
totally
is purely
friends.
superficial and convenient?
No.
That your life is so banal and meaningless
No.
that you'd
I
feel the
love this
same sort of
bucket.
kinship towards
He's
any
my
inanimate
friend.
object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well,
It's my friend.
Go
Yeah.
on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really
This is
tell
my
the broom
friend.
closet off for its demeaning comments.
I hate you,
Expand
broom
on the
closet.
wide
This is
variety
my
of
bucket
experiences
friend.
You and the bucket have shared together.
This bucket and
Go
I,
through
we
each
walked
of them
down the
point by
hallway.
point.
I opened
Share
some
your
doors.
journal
I couldn't
entries
put it
detailing
down.
The rich emotional
I love
landscape
the
of your
noise it
feelings
makes.
For the bucket, as they have changed and evolved over the
Fuck
years.
you, broom closet. This is my
Let him
best
have
friend.
it.
Yeah, you suck. I hate you, broom closet. I love this bucket with all of my heart, and you can never, ever, ever get him ever.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we
Oh,
go.
yeah? Yes,
There.
let's go.
Now it's settled.
It's mine.
No more debate.
My
no more
bucket.
discussion. Take a hike, broom closet.
Yeah.
With all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah, that's right. I don't like you, broom closet. Get out of here. My
All right, I've got a
bucket.
second sticker back here, and I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah?
slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see,
Yeah.
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say
Thank
to
goodness,
yourself,
thank you.
"Ah, it's a bucket." There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Thank you so much.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Standing in the
boss's
bucket.
office.
Let's go, bucket. You're my friend. Where? Can I go to the bathroom? Oh, yes! I got a Stanley
You
Parable.
found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
I
Remember,
did it.
no reward for collecting all of these.
Oh,
only the
2.
intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't
Yes.
buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Can you actually get 6? Because now that's the second one. I feel like you can. I didn't think for a second that you could like collect more than one. Oh, I can't go in there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Yeah.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Okay. 2, 8.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yeah, he told me.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
I love the bucket.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
This is different. This isn't...
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay, chill. Where's my bucket? Oh, thank God.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Is there a terrible secret?
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Why is that one different up there? Fired. It's okay, bucket.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Oh, I hope
Had
not.
the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
I don't know.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never!
No,
He squeezed
never.
the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I trust the bucket with my life. I love the
But
bucket.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Yeah.
They high-fived in a really cool way.
Let's
and
go.
the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Alright, turn this off.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it.
Yes,
Stanley and the
bucket.
bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed
Yes.
themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive
I
door.
don't know. Do you want to go
The
live somewhere,
bucket wanted to
bucket?
learn to roller skate.
That'd be pretty
Stanley
fun.
wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them
Yeah.
wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
Ooh,
True, it was a
that's an interesting
simple
idea.
life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Oh, what's
What? Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
No.
An unbearable silence filled the room,
Oh, no.
lingering in uncertainty.
Don't
Until
have to throw the
finally the
bucket to
truth hit
freedom.
Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Oh
Even
no.
the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the
No.
soothing warmth of the bucket.
Bucket.
Go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No.
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I?
Yeah.
Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What? What did I find out? If the bucket's still there.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yeah. This is... What do you mean? What are you talking about? Wait, what's this? Figure Finders Committee. A bucket's here, thank God.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Thank goodness I still have the bucket. New content door not back there.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Maybe I'll go right this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
I think so.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Thank you, bucket.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nah.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Is that the name of the bucket? Oh. Go to the cargo lift.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did
Okay.
not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he
Yeah, I mean, it did.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Sure. I suppose I did.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
It's not that dark. Oh, I see. That's pretty dark. Oh.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
Hello?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
No, that's nice.
And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Okay. Bucket? Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press X to take me to work with you. Okay.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
No, the bucket's real.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Is that the whole like expansion of this game is that you can do the whole every choice again, but this time you have a bucket with you.
Well, I'll try
It's really
anyway.
funny.
Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it would
It
ever
can.
truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
He's my friend. Don't listen to the loud man. Whoa.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Hey, don't talk don't talk about my bucket like that.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
It does. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? I believe you're real.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
No.
It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
Yeah, it's
Like
got
it would be
stickers on
better
it.
at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
I love this movie. This movie my favorite.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Nice.
Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings.
Oh
The
dear.
bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket?
no, am I
Hear
about
what the
to-
bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome
Am I
situation.
about to get a freaky with a bucket?
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it. Give
It's
it
my
to
bucket.
me now. Give it or I'll...
It's my bucket. Yes. Huh. How much stuff is in this game? I'm probably not going to play.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
They're really
No matter
relevant.
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
The way the end never really is the end. They're right. Are there? Because I don't want to play through the entire game, and I doubt. I don't know what this means. In the meeting room. Maybe I should go there.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
This is funny. Okay, wait, what's the mission status? Inside of a sequel exhibit. A large room, lots of boxes, okay. Nearby fireplace. Yeah, okay, private but smelly place. Nearby fireplace. Somewhere both red and blue. Stairs. Something should be stairs. I guess I'll screenshot this to do this later. Seems important to find all the. Produce a plank. Construct and bridge a large collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. Okay. Trust the completionist instinct. How will you confine them? Is this like, I guess this is like what Reddit does for some games. No, no many questions. There was no memo from the management. How can you tell you're spotting one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Yeah, good point. Follow clues provided by employee 1416. Red room.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Okay. Said red
Coming
room
to a
was
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
What?
Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence
Where's
of
my
the bucket? Indeed.
Where is he?
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Yes.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
Where's the bucket? Yes.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Where's the special bucket?
Stanley, find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Oh. Was that like a...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
Oh,
But
she's
on this
gonna.
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and
It's
it's
very
all just
funny
a
that she has a
video
bucket,
game.
yeah.
It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
I thought I
Perhaps he
did.
didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she
Stanley
thought to
Parable,
herself,
but every
"My
ending
life
has a
kicks
bucket
ass."
in it somewhere.
And she backflipped all the way to work.
Wow. All the way? It's pretty impressive. Backflipped all the way to work.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
What
mean?
could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I'm not
missed a
taking the
memo.
bucket this time. I'm leaving the bucket behind. Not sure if that changes anything.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please
love the broom
take your
closet.
time.
No, whatever. I'm out.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Can't collect it again. Dang. Couldn't come in here when I had the bucket, which is strange. That's enough. Let me out.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
When the game
He
come out?
began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But
I'm
of
just gonna keep
course,
getting it wrong.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. 2845.
How about this? Is this right? One. Oops.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
I think this will be like the last thing I do, and then I'll end the stream after whatever ending I get right now. Alright. Oh, jeez.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I might restart. Oh. The sequel is now being paused. Nice. I think I have to have the bucket for it to be something new, maybe.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Try again this
and
way.
Here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Should I go to the...
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I want to go through this. What's down here? I don't even remember what originally is meant to be down here.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
The hell is this?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
These are my friends.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The
Baby.
bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Yes! Adventure Line 2, let's go!
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
There it is.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Oh, jeez. They're gonna make me throw the bucket away. That'd be pretty upsetting.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
A new character?
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Oh, goodness.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I don't know.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I don't know if I can destroy it. I don't know.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
I don't know if I can give the bucket away.
I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that
Nice
it's
big
really
ground
like
shaking.
10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise
Oh,
the
he's looking
fans
at
will
me
be
like, you
clamoring
can't
for
do
after
that.
this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now.
I
You
can't.
have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer
freaking
until you
out.
crush that
Ah.
damn bucket. Quickly now.
Okay, okay.
The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want.
I'm hurrying.
Hurry and...
I was trying, but the bucket wouldn't let me. He didn't. He. What is this?
The bucket destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with
The
you, tell
bucket
such
destroyer.
spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
No, not the
For the
bucket
moment in
destroyer.
time that you were here,
He could have been cool.
you were magnificent.
That's disappointing. I'm gonna miss bucket destroyer. Unless the bucket destroyer is
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
could the bucket
Stanley
destroyer be
decided perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm taking this bucket. Okay, this is the last one.
Stanley
I'm gonna
picked
do.
up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the
Yeah,
bucket
the
around.
bucket around.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
No.
chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I'm gonna
But
go
Stanley
right,
had
right,
felt the
and I'm
bucket
gonna go
calling
back
to
to.
him, telling him
Well, I
that
guess
the
not back, 'cause
employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I did that in a stream.
And
when
here
I was
it
trying to do
was.
it earlier,
Had
but
the
it wasn't
bucket
working
turned out to
properly.
be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So what if I went this way?
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
No. No, wait, this way.
No, stop! Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley,
Oh.
how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's
guess.
true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences
always
on the
been there?
entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
This isn't a
Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. Oh.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll
Game show,
tell me
let's go.
whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should
Yeah.
tell us everything we'll ever need to
I got
know
this.
about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Mm-hmm.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
It's like, who wants to be a millionaire? Oh, is that a bucket? I think so.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not
Oh,
an
dang
actual
it.
bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
I'm gonna have to go no here.
Correct.
Yes!
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay.
Item 3.
Now
Is
this
a
one,
bucket?
I think this one's real. I think this one's a real bucket. Show me the money.
Correct.
Yes!
This is a bucket.
Let's go. I'm pretty good.
Item
Oh.
4. Is this a bucket?
Well, that's about technicality, because I mean, technically, you could use this as a bucket with the glass doors if you put water in there. So I'm gonna have to go yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth.
I don't
thought
know.
this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move
Okay,
on.
I'm
to the
sorry.
next
I don't
one.
know. I thought we were being technical.
Is this a bucket?
I guess no.
Incorrect.
Oh,
This is a bucket.
what? Oh, I knew it. God, I'm so stupid. Oh, I knew it.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
I don't know. It looks kind of like a bucket, but I think this is a tractor. Final answer.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Oh, dang it.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
That's okay. No. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait,
Yeah.
when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true.
Oh.
Unless, is that what you think? Answer
I
me
don't know.
straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective.
Yeah.
What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere
don't know.
moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a
Pretty
bucket
cool
is?
game show there.
Am I a bucket?
Maybe.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
Oh. Don't.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every
Yeah.
single thing in the game was a bucket.
Wow.
Oh, my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease
God,
right
the
now.
word
It's
bucket is being
delightful to
said
get
so
some
much.
clarity
I'm
on
gonna-
that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets,
Oh,
okay?
phew.
And
Thank
we'll
goodness.
know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Yeah, seriously.
All right, here we go.
I mean, technically, you could make anything into a bucket if you just had multiple of that thing. Put it together, then you have a bucket. Just suck it all together. Oh, the bucket's here now. Oh, this isn't... Oh, it is my bucket. Why is it over here?
The good old bucket. Just
good old
Stanley and the bucket. Off on another
I know I
thrilling
said-
adventure together.
That was the end, but I can't... This game's too fun.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and
What do I
entered
do
the
now?
door on his left.
Okay.
We must
move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours.
But coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No, that's the one where I went crazy, I think. Dang it. Oh, I can go here now. With the bucket. What can I do that's different? I don't know.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned.
Because I think I'd be stuck. Maybe. Yeah, now it's back to this.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
I have no idea what he means by that.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yeah,
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Very nice.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Does this door close? Maybe not. Okay, so maybe I'll try going to the white.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket. A bucket of... Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
I'm gonna be here with the bucket.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone.
Hooray.
Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
Whoa!
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket.
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his
Gambhorata?
machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
No! It's stupid! You are a bucket! It's so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold
Wow.
power, its fangs glistening like...
Whoa. Huh?
My God,
Whoa!
Stanley,
No!
you did it. You saved us from the bucket.
No!
Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and
The
knew
bucket.
the incantations to summon their true
I
power.
murdered the...
Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Jeez. Oh, and it's different again. Weird. Alright. I'm gonna have to end the stream, I think. Yeah, this game's really fun. I love this game. It was fun to look at like some new stuff. I'm sure there's like plenty of like stuff I haven't even found. I'm sure there's like tons of stuff that I'm probably gonna do my own time, but yeah, if you definitely go buy this game because it's so good. And there's all the old endings I haven't done any of those either. So I love Bucket Guy and the Bucket Destroyer, whatever it was. Yeah, it's really fun. So I'm glad I was just able to get my like first reactions to this. Some of the new stuff I've never seen before. It was all pretty cool. And I think that's gonna wrap me up. Maybe I'll do another stream in a little while later. Maybe, I'm not sure. But thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you around. Subscribe if you want to. I suppose I'm gonna try and stream more. See ya.